So on today's video, what we're going to be doing is breaking down this Superior Gearbox company's gearbox and replacing this seal right here. Actually cannot believe that I'm having to do this again. Just replaced it last year because I got grass in it because I forgot to put a little protector on it. And this year, even with the protector on it, apparently it doesn't hold up to electric fencing. So totally destroyed the seal when I was mowing in high grass. So getting back into it, I'll break this down, replace the seal, and then we'll put it back on the mower. Just going to impact these guys loose, 1/4 inch. Good. Okay, all the screws are the same size. Next step, so we're going to separate it. See if there's a little pry point, which I don't see. Okay, so I figured out the best way to do this is I'm just going to start the threads a little bit, take a little rubber mallet, and you can see we're getting a little bit of a split. We're just trying to break that RTV up, and we're not hitting it hard enough that it's going to mess up the threads or anything. I've already drained the oil out of this too. I have to do it right up here too. Looks like I might have kind of welded it together when I got into that wire. Okay. Still in there pretty good. Right there. Just gonna wipe everything down. I don't want to enter any contaminants inside of the gearbox. I think we should be able to crack her open here. Alright, so there's the inside, pretty clean, definitely. Okay. Look at that, it even had, that's a little RTV. Looks like it had a little metal inside of it, but there's no wear on the teeth, which is good. Okay, I'm going to take out these front ones. Looks like I got into the housing a little bit with the wire melted the aluminum a little bit. Alright. Got cut it loose. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Definitely gonna have to clean that bearing up. Yeah, we'll spray this down with some like brake cleaner, and then we'll just reassemble it. It should be okay. I'll get all that. Just if there's any grass or anything in here, you want to get it out, of course. As much as I hate to say it, I might have to replace this, because you can see how big the journals are here. The heat of that wire just melted it and pushed this in, so I'd almost have to have this machined. That is unfortunate. We'll see what we can do. All right. Well, due to certain things that are frankly just disheartening or out of my control, I have decided that the best action for this gearbox is to just put it in storage. So in case you ever wondered, that's how it works. Just seal this back up. I'm gonna have to write this unit off as being a loss. Economically, to take this into a machine shop, it would cost me more than what this is worth. So what we're going to do is just put this one back together, get labeled. It'll be a parts donor, because all the internals are pretty much brand new. It's only got 100 hours on this unit. It's been about a week's time since I did the little breakdown video. You know, discovered that the seal was bad. So here is the replacement. So basically, I'm just going to put the old one in this box. These come with the lube pre-installed, so we're good there too. Here's kind of the piece of paper it comes with it. Gearbox is pre-filled with oil and ready out of the box. Now on my gearbox, you know, I was at 100 hours and I could still hear it, so I don't know if they actually ever break in. It says what oil to use, 80W90 weight. All right, there it goes. Okay, we're gonna get the pulley on it. Okay, I've still got a healthy amount of never sees on here, so I don't really see a point in adding any more. Up. Tighten it down. This goes on the input shaft where the kind of just like this. And what happened on that old gearbox is the wire got in there, grabbed that metal, pushed it into my casing, and you can actually see the wear right there. Just melted that other casing right down. Kind of wonder if this wasn't on there, if it would have killed my gearbox. Of course, you know, if you get grass under here, it kills the seal. But, you know, I got 10 seals. It's a lot cheaper to put a $2 seal in than to put, you know, replace a $400 gearbox. Another thing I might look into doing is, this is just exposed under the mower, and I might try to get one of those PTO shaft protectors like they use on tractors, and see if I can't rig something up to make it so there's metal underneath this section, so grass, anything blow up won't come up and touch it. I'm gonna actually go on like scagreplacementparts.com or something and look at some later models and see if they didn't maybe do something like that, because I can't be the only person that has had this problem. So shield is supposed to make it so no debris and stuff gets underneath there. I'm gonna leave a little gap on it. Now this works great for grass, but when you get wire wrapped around it, it doesn't work so great. I think we're good. All right, ready to put it back on the mower. 243 on anything that has vibration or to do with the deck, because you do not want this being connected to a drive shaft to come loose and just start flopping around right under your fuel tank. Okay, it's a lot easier to just go ahead and take off the tire to get to where the gearbox goes down in here. So I always just take off the discharge side tire. And a side note, while you're here, be sure to grease your little brake actuator. You have to take the tire off to get to that, so it's a good time to hit it while you're here. I'm going to apply a little generous application of Never Seas to the new shaft here. All right, I'm going to move to the other side so I can see what I'm doing. Little drain plug goes right there. Just make sure that's lined up. Oh, I've already got Never Seas on me. Pretty much once that happens, it's going to end up every place imaginable. I like to tighten this first side down 100% before we put on the support bracket. See, what I want to do is I want to find something that'll kind of come out at least this far, like a PTO shield or something off a tractor, modify it so grass or whatever the deck misses doesn't come up and try to wrap around this shaft. It would almost be nice if I could get like a piece of conveyor belt and go from here to the back and just protect the drive shaft. Because like I said, I can't be the only person that's had to replace a gearbox because of something like this. All right, it's starting to rain on me, but I'm going to continue to go because I just want to get this done. We're going to put this support bracket on next. Okay, now that we got all those started, what we want to do, we want to tighten these bottom ones first. We want to pull the bracket down to the bottom before we tighten these side ones on the gearbox, because we don't want to stress the gearbox at all. So now that we got the bottom tightened, we can snug up the gearbox. And remember, I put Loctite 243 on these bolts. They should not let go. Okay, now only the really thing to do is to get the drive shaft installed. I had it held up by a zip tie. It's much easier to spin this pulley since nothing's attached to it. Gonna put it in place. Now remember, there's a set screw right here, so you want to be sure and tighten that down. That is a 4mm. We're just going to snug this down, and that pretty much concludes it on how to change out a gearbox. I'm just going to hook up the belt. I'm going to go ahead and grease everything. Grease this PTO shaft in both spots. It's just real easy to get to it when I don't have the tires off, so might as well do it. And we should be good for like 50 hours or so underneath here.